Hey guys, I'm Dr. Jason Barker with the Natural Athletes Clinic. It's springtime and that means it's track season. So what do we start seeing? One of the more common running injuries there is medial tibial stress syndrome, otherwise known as the dreaded shin splints. How do you get the shin splints? You get it by amping up your mileage too soon. It's an overuse injury. Also look if you're wearing some crummy old running shoes from last year. And in sports medicine, we always say to look above and below that area of injury for the cause of it. So check out weak ankles, weak feet, weak knees, hip and core muscle instabilities, especially if you're somebody who gets shin splints chronically, you're happening to you all the time, you need to get that looked at. All right, so how do you take care of these and heal them up? Well, the first thing you do is you don't follow the standard medical advice that you see written everywhere and everybody talks about, and that is using ice and ibuprofen to heal up shin splints, okay? Shin splints are an avulsion injury, which means the muscles have torn off of the tibia. So you see the soleus and sometimes the posterior tibialis muscles actually pull away from the medial or the middle part of your shin bone there. That's why these suckers hurt so bad. So if you use ice on this stuff, you're gonna nuke that tissue and you're gonna damage it and you're gonna prolong your healing period. So we don't like to be frozen, okay? It's not good for our tissue despite what you read out there. Again, you're gonna destroy that tissue with the ice, so lay off of the ice and use something like a cold washcloth to lay on top of there when it feels hot, and that'll cool things down without, again, nuking the tissue. Okay, now ibuprofen, don't use this stuff. There are literally thousands of people that die in this country every year from GI bleeding or gut bleeding from using ibuprofen. And I didn't misspeak, that's thousands of people that die from these. Save your vitamin I or your ibuprofen as we call it for emergencies. Okay, shin splints are not emergencies to use ibuprofen. Instead, there are 4 botanical medicines that create a very formidable way to heal and shut down that fire and shut down that inflammation at the body's source of these pro-inflammatory chemicals that you create during injuries in the cyclooxygenase and lipoxygenase pathways. Okay, these are Boswellia, also known as Indian frankincense. There's Harpagophytum procumbens, devil's claw, Zingiber officinalis, this is ginger root, and of course Curcumin, which is a highly absorbable, very powerful anti-inflammatory that's extracted from turmeric root. Use those 4 botanical medicines, and then we also want to use proteolytic enzymes. Protease and Serrapeptase are our favorites, and what proteolytic enzymes do is they inhibit the creation of those pain molecules at the site of the injury. So this is how you get out of pain, and they also do a nice little trick of kind of cleaning up that tissue in that area so you can start the healing process. Now you can find all of these in Mountain Peak's anti-inflammatory formula, and additionally we also like to use Mountain Peak's musculoskeletal injury formula. It has a similar botanical medicine profile in it. However, it also has a lot of nutrients that are going to help you speed up that tissue healing because, again, like I said, you've torn muscle away from that bone. The bone and the muscle are very irritated. So anti-inflammatory formula and musculoskeletal injury formula are going to do wonders. I love to use them in the clinic with my athletes because I think it works just as well as ibuprofen and the effect lasts a lot longer, and it's great, like I said, for cleaning up the pain and healing that injury up. Now, this would not be a Natural Athletes Clinic video if I didn't tell you to eat a better diet, okay? And so when you eat processed foods, lots of sugar, fried foods, alcohol, these are pro-inflammatory foods. They're just gonna feed that inflammatory fire that's going on, especially in that area of that injury. Again, you won't get out of pain as quickly, and it's gonna take longer to heal that injury if you continue eating a lot of this stuff. So clean it up, green leafies, fresh fruits, nuts, beans, seeds, legumes, lean meats, lots of clean water, nothing else, and that tissue is going to heal up in a jiffy for you. Okay, last thing I'm going to say to you, and it's a dirty word, and I hate to say this, but you need to rest. Okay, you can't keep running on shin splints. Remember, they're an overuse injury. You're just going to prolong it. They're not going to go away. They're going to take months to heal rather than just a couple of weeks if you get off of them and do this protocol that I'm telling you about. So when I say rest, it doesn't mean go and sit on your couch. It means go to the gym and lift some weights, get in the pool. You can swim with a pull buoy. Don't flap your feet around, right? That'll just aggravate it. Ride a bike, maybe do a stair step or something like that. So you can maintain your cardiovascular fitness while resting that area that's damaged. Okay, I hope this helps you guys. Please give us a like if you enjoyed this video. Please share it with all your runner buddies, especially those guys that are always complaining about shin splints. And of course, subscribe to our channel. We're making new stuff all the time.